More gronks required. Did they approve the modular railway idea? No, sadly, it didn't. It didn't pass muster. You'll be free to leave. Bring the train to Seddin via the Northern Track entrance group. The trip to Seddin should proceed without any further disruptions. Don't forget the speed limit afterwards in the depot, 25 km/h. So has this got PZB on or C4 or anything? I need to do it this way, I can't think of it the way around. Oh, I see. We've all shut down again. Okay. Why is Zed doing nothing? Why is the whole keyboard doing it? Because it was paused. Who paused it? Oh, I must have knocked the pause key with the numeric keypad. Don't! Does that drive on? Right, we've got our train. Right. Now we've got motion. Let's PZB 85, PZB. Someone remind me how you change PZB mode on this thing. Shift 7. No, 6, 7 and 8 are doing nothing. Ah, Control Shift Enter. PZB M. Now, Jan, is this an M or a U even? Slightly concerned with this long fuel train. Assuming this is fuel. This should be a U. It is M. Okay. Good. In which case, still got the 40 restriction coming up. Looks like your weekly ice cream run, part 1. So, green, yellow with a yellow bar is 40, expect 40? $60 then proceed. Oh, okay. Completely wrong. That said, I'm still in monitoring. Right, we're clear up to 70 now according to the PZB device, although 40 limit on the track. I have got lights on, not that you'd know. course, they're down to single track in and out now, so one train in, one train out. So, Jan, when these signals say, for example, 60 and then proceed, is that saying the proceed is going to be at the following signal? Or is it distance based? See that, Dan? Oh, the 60 applies to the end of the adjacent switches. Got you. If I start singing Hokey Cokey, they're out there. It's a tempting offer, Moggy. It's a tempting offer. And PZBM is 105 top speed? Or is it 125? It's 125, isn't it? PZBU is 105. I found an interesting website. I was trying to look for more information on German signals and rules and stuff, and I found an interesting website that sort of outlined a lot of different stuff, including all the ZS signals. Which was really, after playing that scenario over the charity stream that just didn't work with the rail driver at all, nothing to do with me at all. I was curious to read up more about the ZS signals and how they worked and what they meant. It was quite enlightening. Right, we're on our way out now. Airport's behind us. Oh, that sounds really good, Jan. Jan's making a PZB tutorial scenario. It drives the train for you, explaining all the PZB as it goes. I found my... remember I was having a problem with the numeric keypad yesterday? So I've now got the little portable numeric keypad. For those times I need a numeric keypad. So what's that flashing green light mean? Because there was no speed on it. So I'm guessing that means it doesn't work quite the same way as the other flashing green light that I'm used to, which tells you about a speed restriction. Oh, that's the 100 expect. Well, I'm limited to 100 anyway. Clearly need to spend a bit more time reading the manual. What I think I need to do is make myself up a set of crib sheets, like everything you need to know about this signalling system on one A4 bit of paper that I can just put up when I'm running a scenario. That sounds like that'd be really useful. Okay, I'm going to put some thought into that. Green, yellow. So is that 100 followed by clear? Guess it must be 100 followed by clear. PTG Rail's guide doesn't go far enough, David. It's a good starter, but it doesn't go into a lot of the intricacy of the signals. It's good. It's definitely a good place to start. Oh, I certainly will, Yanadunk, if I make them. Need help with the rules for American scenarios? That's easy. American scenarios are easy. Go really slow. Blow your horn a lot of the time. Lean on the horn button. Go really slow. I jest, of course. Hey. And ring the bell, yeah. No, what I do need to do is get the oh, what's the signalling institution? Is it NORAC or something like that? They've got this really good guide. It's on one thing, and it's got all the speed limits and all of the different signal aspects and what they mean and so forth. It's all about those 79 miles per hour sections. Yeah, they're like the Oasis. That would be good to know. Actually, yeah, if you could, Stephen Jam, all the rules of all the rules of blowing the horn and so forth. NORAC doesn't work with G-core signals. Oh, alright, fair enough. Put together some signalling cheat sheets to help people understand the signalling systems. That sounds like a good idea. Well, if you just send me notes, don't try and make it pretty or anything, Stephen. Just send me notes, and then I'll write it in. I'll rewrite it and sort of pretty it up and all the rest of it. Well, the thing is, for me, Sim Gamer Andy, it's one of the reasons I really enjoy playing the German routes is the signals, is the PZB. It's hard, but then, well, it's hard for me anyway. But it's that's kind of, if I wanted to be bored, I'd watch a video. It's interacting with the signals and safety systems for me what make me feel like I'm doing more of that role of the driver / engineer. Even with British signalling though, David, a lot of people don't know what to do when you see a double or single yellow flashing light. And these aren't going to be intended to be cheat sheets for how the signals work in reality. They're going to be based on how they work in the game. So there's, for example, if you're approaching signal, there's double flashing yellow, single flashing yellow light, and then you see yellow followed by a feather, you need to treat it as you might have a red. Because a lot of people go blasting through that, assuming that, well, yellow feather just means go, because normally that's what it means in the game. So it doesn't always, and that's a hard trick to fall on. You find panicking works best. There you go, Katie. Don't need to write the cheat sheet then, do I? If you already know the answers. Gantry with the 18 semaphores. Yeah, really. 24 to Seddin. Need to write a cheat sheet about how the distance signals lie in Weird Al. Yeah, don't get me started. But on German routes, for example, you'd be running along, it's like, is it Cologne-Koblenz? Where it's almost all colour light, except one end of the route, it all of a sudden turns into semaphores. And you're just thinking you're coming to the end of a nice run, and then all of a sudden you're coming up to semaphores, and PZB's going crazy, because of course they're almost always going to be the ones warning you to slow down and stop. So, a little bit of sort of reminder of what the semaphore signals actually mean, I think would be useful. Well, we've made it up the hill. Time to speed up again. Did I say that Run 8 isn't a train? No, I didn't say it. Run 8's a train simulator. Of course it is. Maybe I said something that misinterpreted as that. But no, Run 8 is definitely a train simulator. Why is signalling so complicated? Why can't it be as simple as green go, yellow slow, red stop? Because you need to know how to be told to slow down, and it's mostly about slowing down. If it was just about bringing you to a stop, that's not too bad, but if it's about slowing you down because you're changing lines or making sure you're aware you're doing something different, but then also knowing that, well, what different thing is it you're doing, i.e. you're being routed onto the wrong line running, you're being routed into somewhere you wouldn't normally go, and so the German signals tend to be good at isolating that stuff. Light aspects on German signals are identical to HP colour aspects. I know, for some reason it still trips me up. I don't know why. Train boy, you feel like I'm ignoring you. Would I like to see what diagrams? Sorry, I'm missing half of what you're saying. The chat's quite busy and I'm trying to drive a German train. I can't scroll up, train boy. It's on a different computer. Send me a message on Discord, then I can chat to you afterwards. Or whenever I'm available. Did I program the signals on the New York to New Haven route? I wrote on the entire, not just the first scenario, I did all of the New York to New Haven signals. And all the cab signalling on the ACS 64. Oh, that would be interesting to see. Yeah, train boy, yeah, that diagram. Got 500 hertz. A cab light on this thing? There is. So I'm to blame for you struggling on the New York signal system. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that everyone struggles with it. It's not that hard. It just doesn't work quite the way you might expect it to. Hey, Steam Trains Unlimited, see you later. Thanks for stopping in. .500 Hz has gone out. It's Mr. Chris. Sim Gamer Andy, you like the Pacers? Yeah, me too. Have you seen that Great Western Railway, the new GWR livery Pacer? Oh, it's gorgeous. Even the signal alarm that triggers a speeding alarm at least a quarter of a mile from the actual slowdown location. I'm not sure what you mean, Vinyl. Francois, yeah, it is busy. I think it's to do with this whole change they've made to the Twitch app. It's sort of gathering more people to come into different streams, which is pretty cool, actually. If you're talking about speed limits, track speed limits and things, I didn't do speed limits. It's just the signals that I did. You keep getting emergency brakes coming into Victoria. You're probably tripping TPWS overspeed, Sharky. You have to approach Victoria, I think, quite light. Under 15 miles an hour as you go over the TPWS. Hey, my lights are on. My lights are on. They're not meant to see the track, see down the track. They're meant to let people see me. Francois, thank you very much for doing that. I saw your message earlier on. Blessed. Sorry, mate, and I'm not ignoring you. I don't know the answer to your question. Francois knows what's on the spreadsheet, so he can help you. This is like Pacers Anonymous. I think half the people only would disagree. They think it's some kind of meeting to discuss how they're going to destroy Pacers. End of the platforms when you're coming to a stop. Yeah, it sounds like you're hitting the TPWS too fast. It might even be 10 miles an hour. I can't remember. It's quite slow. And if you're approaching a red, which obviously you are at the end of a platform, then you have to come in quite slow. $15 kilometers to go. Lockbeam, mini TPWS max 12 miles per hour. Oh, there you go. Just to be clear, I don't want to destroy the Pacers. But there's plenty of people on this chat who don't like them. I think Pacers are awesome. Yeah, watch out in the track for the grid and see if it, when the brakes come on, are you going over any kind of magnet, like the TPWS grid or AWS or something like that. There should be a reason for the brakes being applied. Thank you, Train Boy. Final Rabbit, the stutter, if your normal frame rate is good and you get a stutter occasionally, that stutter is caused by the game loading. Right, flashing green is 100 kilometers per hour, expect 100. Yeah, that's caused by loading data, and the only practical way of solving that, or not solving it but massively improving it, is getting an SSD. So I run the game on a PCIe M2 SSD, which is the fastest you can get at the moment. And the stuttering, except for when the machine needs a reboot, is very, very good. Actually, you barely see it. But even going to a SATA 3 SSD is a massive step forward from a mechanical disk. Oh, that's ridiculous, Cameron's Gaming. That is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, the Love Millers are nice, aren't they, BRCW? I like trains that have got character, so nothing modern. After doing 20 minutes of Wii Sports Active, you can feel your arms. Oh yeah, put Train Sim on your SSD. It will love you for it. Can you spread Train Sim across more than one SSD? No, Train Sim has to be installed in one folder structure. I mean, I guess if you want to get clever with hard linking and things, if you know how to do that, then you possibly could like take the some of the assets folders, move them onto another disk, and then hard link them back onto the other drive. But you're getting, if you don't know how to do that, then I wouldn't go anywhere near it. Oh, were we back on KS signals then, Lockby? I thought we were on HL signals. Didn't get that we'd switched signalling systems. Train Boy, no, I'm going to just get straight on. Otherwise it's going to run too late. I will have a look later on. You think they should be grateful the Pacers run? Yeah, well, you know what? People like them. Some people do, some people don't, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. I'll never stop you sharing your opinion on the chat, as long as you're right and you agree with me. You know I don't mean it. .3 kilometers. Oh, so it's KS on the last couple of kilometres into Seddin, is it? That's a hard lesson to learn. How do you find out? What is that? Are they physically different? Because I must admit, it's difficult to tell because you can't see the light formations if they're not lit up. So all you see is a signal up thing with a light on it. Is there any telltale that it's switched over to KS? Naturally different. Oh, okay. So you're saying I'm not very observant? We'll have to spend more time looking into this. Oh, I like this lighting. HL signals are octagonal. KS is more rectangular. I didn't know. I thought they were all octagonal. No, sorry, all rectangular. How did I not see that? Transition happens only technically, but the signal aspects correspond to each other in terms of indication. So this is a KS speed reduction signal then. Speed 40. And we've got a temporary speed restriction down to 60. Oh no, that's just another advance for... It's not temporary, that's just an advance from an advance warning, ZS 3V. It was 40 at the next signal, wasn't it? It's interesting that it changes signal types. That's an LF6. What are the letters representing below the numbers? I believe it's things like slow. It's like a line number type thing for route indicators. Oh, the letters are ZS2V route indicators. There you go. Dan, you've got an idea for another remote. What is that then? See, this isn't a KS signal. We're back to HL here, aren't we? I'm sure that's an HL signal. Because that's the 60 expect 60. 40 expect 40. Or 40 expect 40, yeah. Yeah, the birds are kind of loud, aren't they? MPTV Wommas. What? You have to explain that one, Dan. What's that W? I saw that on the way out. They've got birds sitting on it. I probably should pay attention to what I'm doing, but I'm curious. No, it doesn't have birds on it. so it's a wait signal. So does that mean I should have stopped at the W then? Mind you, that was for the siding to the left of me, wasn't it? So it wasn't for me. Oh, yes, the one that Stephen jammed in the build-off, yeah. Because it couldn't possibly have been Thomas. That it absolutely couldn't possibly have been Thomas. W is for shunting moves. That makes sense. And you see the map? Yes. So you've got large Seddin freight, and then you've got the line. This is the Berlin-Leipzig line, the main line going north and south. This is Berlin on the right, and then you've got the. This is the new bit here. You must own Berlin-Leipzig to be able to use this add-on. I don't know if anyone's spotted my score, by the way. Just saying. When the white lights around W are lit, you can pass. Ah. Hey, Gouger. Yeah, hit emergency brake. Mrs. Seifer at the end of the scenario. Penalty for emergency brakes is 1,000 points. I'm just giving Ed ideas now, aren't I? Please oh no, we haven't finished yet. Oh no. Please disconnect the drain and drive to the engine facility. There's scope to mess it up yet. Looking on the positive side. Yes, we do have a certain blue light, and we've got a number of engines from Sodor. Where are we going to? There. Good. Which ones? Yeah, we've got James, Gordon, Thomas, Duck, Percy. I think that's it. $25 while we're in here. So yellow solid is 40, expect 40? Or is that actually a expect red? Oh, it's 40, expect 40, I guess. Or DCC? No. Oh, I don't know, actually they might be. Yeah, I think they are actually. Oh, 40 expect stop. Oh, okay. It is 40 expect 40. Excellent. Sharp downhill drop. It's the score drainer. That's what I'm calling this hill. It's the score drainer. You just read it yourself. 40 expect stop. Oh, okay. How'd you get PZB? Control Enter. Right, so I've got a wait sign with the white lights, which means I can continue on, I presume. Do I have to stop first and then continue, or...? This is actually a really nice route. It adds some extra variety to Berlin-Leipzig, which is nice. Rob, well, the good news is, I guess for people who are making scenarios, there is a whole bunch of low poly stock that came in Hamburg, at least Hamburg, Hanover, if not any of the other ones. Opinion on VR's version of the BR232. Got whites again on our wait signal. It's nice 4072. And the next thing you know, Jan will have made another fiendish scenario for the extension. Oh, I fully expect it. I've still got to finish the other one first, and the second part of Autumn Tour. So I've got a backlog of Jan scenarios that need playing. Screech. What's planned for the stream tomorrow? I don't have. Oh, I do have a plan for the stream tomorrow, actually. Right, well done, driver. The train's arrived at Seddin. Excellent. 1,000 points. Super glod. Super glod. Right. Now. Oh, I just noticed we're 3 sub points away from getting another remote. How did that happen? We only just unlocked another one. Wow, amazing. Script driving. Oh, Katie. Right, what are we doing now? Now we're aero training it, aren't we? Right, hang on. Oh, we're already out. What am I doing?